Hello, Instagram. Basically, the reason why I'm recording this right now is because first of all, I have just returned from work, but also I have just finished arranging my book collection. So I'm going to use this opportunity to absolutely nerd out and show you all my book collection. Okay, so this is going to be one very long story or a very short one, depending upon how well I explain things. But yeah, I have a lot of books, and this is like three-fourth of them, I'm pretty sure. Okay, because some are still in that Shakespeare tote bag over there. But yeah, I'm going to try my level best and show you all everything that is there in my collection. So starting with, which is very obvious, this book here, it's the Shakespeare for Every Day of the Year by Alan Esri. It's a book that I had got from Jaipur, and it's signed by Nicholas Shakespeare, who is the 13th or 14th cousin of William Shakespeare, twice removed. So yeah, it's basically a book to read Shakespeare every day. Then also there is the complete works of William Shakespeare by Collins. It's the Alexander text. It has everything. It has all the plays, the essays, the sonnets, everything. And then of course there is Comedy of Errors by William Shakespeare. And then there is also this is volume 9, okay, the works of William Shakespeare. This is the 9th volume. There are 8 others. In total it's 9. And I had found this very rare book in a book fair where you had to close the box and you had to pay by the box, not by the book. So yeah, this is incredible book. This is an incredible book. It has the full King Lear, and it has all the sonnets, and I did not realize it's a really insanely expensive book when collected all together. So yeah, and if you're wondering why so many Shakespeare books, I feel like at this point you should know that I really like Shakespeare. Next, we have Tomi and Uzumaki. This is the deluxe, I believe, edition it is called. All 3 volumes are there. The reason why I bought both of them is because Junji Ito was part of my dissertation. Then JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen. This is the 9th volume. This is where Gojo becomes the honored one, I believe. Demon Slayer, volume 20. Basically, this is what the next movie is going to be about, so I'm not going to spoil anything. Of course, Robinson Crusoe retold from Daniel Defoe. I believe everybody knows Robinson Crusoe. It was there in our 6th standard book. I mean, there was a very small part of it. Okay, so this is a really nice book. I really enjoyed reading it. Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. It's honestly, like, I really enjoyed the book, and I had got it from Fir Se Kitab, which was in December, I believe, or December or November. And as far as I have read it, like, you can see the bookmark here. This is the bookmark, which is right over there. So far I have enjoyed it. Like, it is quite the tale, as you can see. And then let's move on to, I believe, American, Mark Twain, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I actually made the mistake. I didn't make the mistake, but like, I got Huckleberry Finn first, and then I was like, oh, wait a second, what is Tom Sawyer? And then I realized that, okay, so there is something called there is another book, there's a prequel basically, called The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. So I bought Tom Sawyer, read Tom Sawyer, then I went and I read The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Next, White Nights by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I believe every heartbreak, hopeless romantic has read this book. It is there in their collection. Then The Unhappiness of Being a Single Man by Franz Kafka. I was so happy when I got this book, and I realized that this is an actual book. It has short stories by Franz Kafka, and I was so happy. I used to read it a lot when I was in the first year of my master's, and I was all alone in my room, which also inspired my book, but that's besides the point. Then of course the Metamorphosis. I believe everybody knows, if you know Franz Kafka, you know about the Metamorphosis. What I do about when I talk about running, by Murakami. I think everybody knows who Murakami is. And yeah, and then also Desire, which is a vintage mini. It's a very short story and it's a very easy read. But as far as Murakami goes, he has never been very easy to read. Yeah, then Bronte, Wuthering Heights. I believe everybody knows Wuthering Heights. It's has one of the most iconic lines in literature. One of the most. I say one of the most. Whatever soul summit of his and mine are the same, as far as my memory goes. Romeo and Juliet, William Shakespeare. Again, I really like Shakespeare. I'm sorry about that. I should not be apologizing for that. But yeah, Romeo and Juliet, my favorite moment is when, as far as the play goes, reading the play, my favorite one is when they both meet for the first time and they say that Holy Palmer's soliloquy, where they both say exchange 14 lines with each other. And that was, when you first read it, you don't realize it, but then you realize, oh my god, this man might be a genius. So yeah, moving on to next. This section basically is, I don't know how to term it, but it's like Booker Prize winners and books that I bought at JLF. Yeah, that's what I say. JLF was Jaipur Literature Festival. So yeah, starting we have Prophet Song, Paul Lynch. I'm so happy that I met the man and got the opportunity to get my copy signed. It's a beautiful book and it's a very grey book as well. And what I can say about Paul Lynch as a writer is that he is amazing. Like, even when he was speaking at JLF and I got the opportunity to hear him, like, the man really, you can tell that yes, this is a writer who knows like how to write from multiple perspectives. And that is exactly what he says is like the key trait of writing, that you have to be able to write from multiple perspectives. Then of course, David, Flash. This was one of the worst stories that I have ever read, okay? But at the same time, it is one of the best paced books. Like, the pace of this book is incredible. I understand why it won the Booker Prize if it was for the pace. Like, if it was for the story, I don't understand. Okay? That story made zero progression. But yeah, if you want a book, like if you're a young adult and you want a book that's like really well paced, David Flash is the way to go, I guess. Yeah. Marcus Zusak, The Book Thief, everybody knows that. The Remains of the Day by Ishiguro, he is also a Booker Prize winner. The Orbital, Samantha Harvey. I still don't understand why Orbital won. If it was for the philosophy, then I guess it kind of makes sense. But otherwise, nah. Heartland by Banu Mushtaq is one of the best South Indian short story books that I have read in modern times. Like, she does such an incredible job, and she absolutely deserves all the flowers that she gets for this book. Especially the fact that she won the Booker Prize, and I was so happy that like she did, because Heartland was a delight to read. It is very dark, like it takes a very dark turn very quickly, but like the stories that it has are incredible. Yeah, then Before Your Memory Fades, Toshikazu. I read only half of it. I have to continue reading it, but yeah, I don't think that some of my professors didn't enjoy that book. I'm not sure whether it was this one or it was Before the Coffee something, which is the other one. Yeah, then next, The Witches of St. Petersburg, Imogen. I was so happy and so delighted when I met her at JLF, and I also suggested to her. This is a book basically about the witches of St. Petersburg. It's about Russia, it's about Rasputin. And then when I was listening to her speak, basically I went up to her afterwards and I told her that, like, why don't you write a book about Henry VIII? He was also very horrible to women. And she was like, that's such an incredible idea, and I hope that she writes a book regarding Henry VIII. And the only self-help book in my collection is Ikigai. I mean, calling it a self-help book is basically not justifying it. Like, it is so much more than that. It's basically about longevity. It's a study to say the least. Like, it's incredible. So if I was to ever recommend a self-help book to anyone, it would be Ikigai. Yeah, F. Scott Fitzgerald, The Beautiful and Damned. It's a classic, but it's not so well known as you might know, or not know, I guess. Then next we have, this section is basically books that you might know, but you might not know. Okay, so yeah, but you don't look like a Muslim by Rakshanda Jalali. I have met her, I think, twice now, and she is a very good speaker. And this book, like, thank God I got it signed from her. I got the opportunity to get it signed from her, but it's a book, it's a very powerful book, and I would recommend you to read it if you want to know about, like, how should I say this? You know what, I'm not going to say it, you can just read the book. Interpreter of Maladies by Jhumpa Lahiri is one of my favorite books. It's a collection of short stories that were gifted to me on my birthday by a very special friend. It is actually a abridged book wherein it has notes inside. I believe that is what it is called, abridged. It has notes inside. She made very special notes, and I was like, this is incredible. This is really, really, really good. And so yeah, I got through the book without much trouble, and it was incredible. That's all I can say about it. Like, I recommend you read Interpreter of Maladies if you want to get into Jhumpa Lahiri. The Jinn Waits 100 Years. This book I got gifted or rewarded for my questioning at GALF. Like, the author, which is Shubnam Khan, she liked my question about Orientalism so much that she gave me her copy and she signed it as well. And I was really happy that I got a book for free for asking questions. So yes, if you ever go to GALF, ask questions. Okay, who knows, you might get a book for free. Sorrowing Lies My Land by Lambert Mascarenhas is the most iconic Goan literature book. Like, if you want to get into Goan literature, you have to read. Sorrowing Lies My Land. There is no doubt about it. It is one of the most iconic books. It is one of those books that tell you the truth about the Portuguese. Like, it tells you how horrible they were and how badly they treated Goan people, even Goan Catholics for that matter. And you really get the full picture about how sons and daughters, the next generation, mothers, fathers, it's basically the story of one family during the Portuguese times, and how much they struggled and how the people realized their mistakes. So it's a beautiful book, and I feel like if you want to get into Goan literature, Sorrowing Lies My Land is the first book that you should read. It's either that or you have to read Poscam. Poscam is also a really good book. And Satoshi Yagizawa, Days at the Morisake Bookshop, More Days at the Morisake Bookshop. I actually made the same mistake over here. I bought the More Days at the Morisake Bookshop first. And then I was like, why is it called More Days? Is there a Days at the Morisake? And then I realized, actually there was a book called Days at the Morisake Bookshop. And I bought Days at the Morisake Bookshop after I bought More Days. And I bought it from Dog Years as far as I can remember. Leslie B. Getting Over You is a book that was also gifted to me. It was gifted to me for the future, I guess, for uncertain future. And one day I think I will read it. Who knows? Okay. Yesterday I Was the Moon. I believe that was Noor. I have still not yet read it. Basically, I've still not yet read it, but I will eventually get to it. A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. It's a book that I have not yet read. So there are some books that I have not yet read, which I have to read basically, sorry. Nicole Cross, A Man Walks Into a Room. I believe this book was gifted to me yet again, another gift book. A Little Book of Love and Compassion, Ruskin Bond. This book is, how do I say this? It is beautiful. Okay, if you are a hopeless romantic, if you like love, compassion, human touch, this is the book for you. That is what I can say. Okay, like it's a beautiful book. It's not long. It's basically like a diary by Ruskin Bond, and Ruskin Bond is such a good uh, writer. Yeah. The importance of being earnest and other places. Oscar Wilde. Who doesn't know Oscar Wilde? This small section is the Ian Fleming's books. Ian Fleming books. So yeah, Ian Fleming, Man with the Golden Gun, For Your Eyes Only. This is another copy of Man with the Golden Gun. If you're asking why I have two, it's because I also really like James Bond. And yeah, Diamonds Are Forever. I absolutely hated what they did with that movie. You know, like I believe it was so who was the original Bond? I forgot now. But yeah, Sean Connery. Sean Connery was the original Bond, and they basically took him for Diamonds Are Forever, and he was super old. Like he wasn't looking like Bond. He was looking like an old man, and they did such a poor job with Diamonds Are Forever that I hope that in the future, if they ever start making Bond movies again, they revisit Diamonds Are Forever, because they have not done proper justice to it. So yeah, and then there is a third section which I will show you right now, because I cannot turn the camera that way that much. So I will just take this back a little bit. If you're wondering what these two are, this pile basically are all the journals that I have been published in, and these are all books that I have got gifted, like not writer's books or author books, but just normal writable books for me to write basically. So yeah, some of the books that I have which are self-published, by the way. So yeah, Late Night Verses, this is a